What is up? And thank you once again for checking out one of my videos. It's Ish again. So yeah, we have this pay-per-view coming up for WWE. It's called Great Balls of Fire. Yeah, that name is uh it's a little weird, but whatever. It's making people talk, which is what WWE wants. The card itself for the pay-per-view looks really really good. They just announced a few matches last night on Raw, I believe, so that's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, I'm just gonna give my predictions as I always do when there's a WWE pay per view coming around. So yeah, so let's see. The first one I wanna talk about is the Enzo Amore and Big Cass match that's gonna happen. So right now, I'm loving the whole Big Cass turn. It makes you feel for them, especially because it's like they were such a good tag team when they were together, and they got a huge crowd reaction every time they came out. And the past 2 weeks, Enzo and Cass have been cutting some really good promos on how they were like, you know, brothers and family, and why Big Cass turned on Enzo. And it just, if you haven't watched it, I'm sure WWE put it up on YouTube. Definitely check them out. Definitely worth it. I'm really excited for this feud. I feel personally they should have saved this for SummerSlam since it's such a big breakup, but it's fine. It's might as well start somewhere. But yeah, I think, of course, I think Big Cass is gonna take this. You know, he just turned, so it only makes sense for him to win this match against Enzo Amore and maybe keep the feud going. But yeah, that's who I think is gonna win. So next, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. That's a really good match I'm looking forward to for the Raw Women's excuse me, Raw Women's Championship. They they didn't have too many back and forth promos yet because I think what was it last week on Raw? Sasha Banks won the elimination match that it was the gauntlet match. So, I think it's kind of obvious who's gonna win. I don't think Sasha's gonna take it right now. I think Alexa Bliss is on fire. She's doing the best work of her career right now, so she's gonna retain her title. And I have no clue who they're gonna have her face at SummerSlam. Maybe Nia Jax, but definitely I think Alexa Bliss is taking this. So Alexa Bliss for the win for that match. Next, what was the other? There's so many. The Hardys versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championships in a 30-minute Iron Man match, which is awesome because I love Iron Man matches. It makes the match feel special when it's an Iron Man match for some reason. I remember one off the top of my head, The Rock versus Triple H. I think it was Judgment Day. 99. It was the one where Taker came back as the American badass gimmick. So that one, I remember that, and I remember watching that match. I was like, oh my god, this match is so good. So I think this match is going to be great. Everybody involved is a great talent. I don't think the Hardys will win the belts. Sheamus and Cesaro just turned heel. So I think they're still going to keep going with their reign. Hopefully this leads to the Hardys becoming broken again, because if you haven't seen some of their stuff from TNA when they were broken, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's fantastic. Let's see. So yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus for the win. All right. So who's next? I thought Balor and Elias Samson would have a match. I would have liked to see that. But I guess they aren't. I guess they're saving it for like a Raw or something. But yeah, that sucks that they haven't announced a match yet for them. So I was kind of hoping for that, but whatever. So we got Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Damn, this could go either way. I'm thinking maybe Bray will take it because it's Bray Wyatt hasn't had a great showing on Raw as of late, but I think he needs it more than Seth, especially since Seth got the cover of 2K18 and whatever. I mean, it could go either way, to be honest, but I think Bray Wyatt will win it, and maybe the feud continuing into SummerSlam, and that's where Rollins may take it if they announce another match at SummerSlam between them. But for right now, I think Bray Wyatt's going to win the match. That should be really good too. So what are the other ones? I think I don't know if there's another one off the top of my head. Like it's how can I forget? Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. That's in the ambulance match. That should be really good. Braun is killing it. He's doing an excellent job. I don't think he's going to win. I think Roman is going to beat him in this match to get his receipt on him for the past few weeks. So I do think Roman will win the match, especially if he's going to be challenging for the Universal title at SummerSlam between whoever wins between Lesnar and Joe, which I'll get to in a second. So I think Reigns is going to take it. Then there's The Miz and Dean Ambrose. I'm liking the whole Miz and Ambrose. No, not the whole Miz and Ambrose thing, but more like the Miz and his entourage little group. That's really cool that they finally are giving Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas some TV time, and because they're great talents. So and it makes sense for Miz to have an entourage, and I think it's cool. It just started, so let's see what happens. The Miz and Ambrose feud has been going on since they were on SmackDown, so I think this needs to kind of end already. They're great. They're really, really good. I love Ambrose and Miz, but it's time for Miz to have another challenger or something, and Ambrose to feud with somebody else. So I do think Miz will retain the IC title, the Intercontinental Championship, and hopefully onto bigger and better things. And I think this is the last match. So the last match is Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. This is a match that I've been waiting. This is a dream match for me, and I'm sure it is for everybody who's been following Samoa Joe and Lesnar, especially Samoa Joe since his TNA days. He's so good. It's so happy for him that he's getting this opportunity because he's damn good and he deserves this to be where he is right now, especially after being in TNA for so long, and he deserves the main event, and just it's going to be a really, really good match between two big guys who know how to go, know how to wrestle. Lesnar, he's still the man. Like he's the main event at the end of the day. He sells tickets. He's an attraction. So, and he's a great wrestler too, in my opinion. A lot of people bash him because, all he does is suplexes now. But I've always been a fan of him since 2002. So I think when he has to perform, he's gonna kill it. But I don't think, unfortunately, Samoa Joe will win the tongue twister. I'm sorry. I don't think Samoa Joe will win the Universal Championship, unfortunately. I would like him to, because I feel like the Universal title should be on Raw. Even if they're not wrestling every week, the champion's not wrestling every week, just it needs to have a presence on Raw, rather it be gone from the picture entirely. But whatever, it's I get it. It's Lesnar's an attraction, like I said. It's gonna be a big deal every time he comes to the show, but I wish the Universal title would be on Raw more. So I do think Brock Lesnar will retain the Universal Championship, and I guess we're gonna get Lesnar versus Reigns at SummerSlam. Let's see what happens. I don't know, but all in all, I think this pay-per-view is gonna be really, really good. The card's stacked. Every match looks appealing. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I think we're getting a solid pay-per-view, and especially since after Money in the Bank, I feel like they want to keep that momentum going and keeping the pay-per-views on fire, especially with SummerSlam right around the corner. So I think this will set the tone for SummerSlam and their other big matchups that are coming for SummerSlam. But yeah, as always, thank you once again for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think and who you guys will think will win these matches. And I'd love to hear your opinion. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the pay-per-view.